Good morning, everyone. And in the last class, we were talking about the topic called feasibility study, right? So we have covered with technical feasibility study and financial feasibility study and social feasibility study. So in today's session, let us try to conclude the feasibility study techniques and let us have an introduction to the next module 4. So let me talk in brief about this feasibility study. So usually we used to have certain feasibility study to make sure that are we able to do the projects within a given deadline period of time. So that we will be assessing in various parameters like technically and how far it is related to the present market, like studying about having a study on the business market. So which will teach us or which will tell us what are the certain things which will help us to promote our company or project to the next level, right? And also, as being an entrepreneur, it is one of the most important thing is that, like he is the one who is going to look after the entire thing, and moreover to that financially. So managing the things financially. Initially, you need to invest a huge amount to start the organization, and also you should be having, whatever that the investment you are made. So more than that, you should, among that, you should be having 30 to 40% of backup. So in case it may take some time to make him to get settled in that particular field. Like if you start like 5 lakhs and you start a business, then at least you should be having some 2 to 3 lakhs with you after the business gets started established, right? So this is a few things about this entrepreneur and this feasibility study. And this feasibility study plays a major role in this entrepreneur life cycle. And we have talked about the one more thing, right? So we have started with the technical feasibility study, and then we have moved on to the next one called financial feasibility study. And then we have discussed about the next one called market feasibility study, and the last one, social feasibility study. So these are the various things that we should know when we discuss about an entrepreneur. Okay. And also, I was asking you all to just tell you in brief about the ideas or the business ideas that which you have, and how far you will be utilizing the opportunity if you been offered to work on a business sector. Like a business is not only like investing our money and making a profit out of it. It is also something like if you have a good idea where you can sell the idea in the business. Where you can make others to invest on the idea, others to invest on the thoughts that you have, and where you will be earning from them, right? So it is good to earn from them. Others will be paying for you the work that which you'll be doing. And also, I was talking about one more thing called patent, right? So patent copyrights. And if I have an idea, I can file that idea under my name, like a patent of so and so person, and he will be having the complete authorization. He will be having the complete authority to use that idea, and no others will be allowed to use this idea or use that model. And if it is also some kind of things, so if you tell me like I have designed and I have developed a novel algorithm that can work well on networks, or I can develop a novel algorithm which can work well on data science or data engineers. That algorithm can be get filed as your name. That algorithm can be filed as a patent in your name, and that shall be offered to a company with a tie-up of you can demand as much as you want. And if that brings a good revolution in the company in the business market, then almost you will be in the top position. So your position level also will be get increased, right? So these are the various I mean what to say, like paths which you need to select the right one, like to start and move forward in your business. Like this, we have too many opportunities in business markets. Okay, so these are the things that we should be we should think when you talk about an entrepreneur and all these things. Okay, so let me give a quick brief introduction to social feasibility study, and let us revise all the topics of this module 3, and then let us move on to the next module 4. Okay, so social feasibility study. So it is one of the important what I can call like aspect in the social environment. So we also talk about the other thing called SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Where I can find the strength of my business if I establish a particular business firm in a particular area. So what are the strengths? I mean, what are the things that I may get more? I mean, either it can be like a profit, or it can be a business value, or it can be a business position, and how far it is going to support in making or I can call like in making my projects, in making my things, in making my business to be at the top level. And what are the weakness? What are the factors which affects my business growth? Or what are the business or what are the factors which makes your business to be a non-productive level? All these things are the second factor. And the third factor are like opportunities. So if I it depends on the location again. The number of opportunities will also get vary. And what your company's position, what your company is doing, and how your company is getting promoting the things. And again, you need a specific marketing strategy in attracting the people. And if no proper marketing strategy, you will not be able to get succeed and move forward to the next higher levels. And also, at least even to get a profit out of it, you should have a proper marketing strategy. These all things are required for a business. So it is not simple as we talk like to invest and start a business or to run a business firm. I was telling you more examples for this business, like from cricket to this Geo Telecom, and few more examples. See, all that they have not made a profit out of a profit. They have not made money from the single day. I mean, from not the first day when they have invested their money. It needs time. First, you need to get stable, and then yeah, you need to earn, right? So that it is not possible for us to start earning from the business whatever that we do from the first day. So first we should step into the business market. Then we should find a position. We should struggle, and we should find a position, and we should get stable. Then you can talk about the other things, other aspects. So that is where this social feasibility study is quite important. Like we always used to talk about, right? When you plan to start an entrepreneur, you want to be in business. What I can call like a expert. Then first you want to study about the business environment. Study about the business environment means you want to study about the business environment, like what if I am if I wish to start a business idea, is it there in the market or not? And if it is already existing, if I'm designing the existing product which is already there in the market, then how far I can make the futures to be unique, and how can I make this to reach public to make it and get used. I was telling you on one more thing also called MRP, maximum retail price. Okay, and social problems. See, even I've given you a definition for an engineer. So engineer is the one who can design a solution, who can come with a solution for a complex problem, which can solve the societal issues. If the engineer addresses societal problem with a good solution, and then that is an that makes him to be enrolled as a good engineer, right? So even a software engineer or a hardware engineer, it can be of any engineer. Even we people like so we used to have civil construction engineer, civil engineer, in electrical engineer. Many engineers are there. So engineer is the one who can design a systematic solution for a problem, and also thereby you can contribute something to the society. So you can contribute something to the societal problems. Okay. And in the meanwhile, we can see the third parameter like pollution. So, what kind of measures that we have taken for controlling the policy? I mean, this will come into effect like when we go for e-waste. So, e-waste recycling, that is one major issue with what I can call like management IT industry. So, that is one thing with the IT industry. If you talk about a normal leather factories and tanneries workshops, they face with a major problem called recycling the water chemicals. So that they can't mix the water directly, they can't make the outlet directly from the company to the public. So like similarly, here the issues that we have is related to an IT, we certain issues. Like one of that issue is e-cycling, or what I can call like disposable, smart disposable. And again, the hardware equipments, whatever those equipments which have been wasted, it has to be it has to be get recycled if possible. Okay. And if there are any other problems that has to be get studied. So what first can you just let us all think about what is called a problem statement. So problem statement is something which gives you a particular problem on like studying about how we are going to do it. If you, I mean, if you are clear with the problem, almost you're done with the solution. That's what I can tell you. If you are not clear with what you are going to do, then you will not be able to do anything. And if you're getting a step into this, if you're getting a step into the market, you should be knowing what that you are going to do. What is your plan and what is the scope of it and what is its objective and how are you going to achieve it? Okay. So here are the few questions which shall be answered in this social feasibility study. So here you can see some few questions which has to be answered in terms of cost benefit analysis. And also you should have studied about something called profit marginality, and we used to apply some probabilities in finding out the profit of a certain product. And if I do this, if I invest this on how much profit that I will be getting and how far the time period, I mean from where I can expect a good profit from the work, good profit from the project. And what are the economic benefits and cost of the project that which can make it to be efficient and not just in terms of market place and impact of the project on the distribution of income to the society. So we can see to it like the economic growth and economic development of the entire nation. Again, it rests on each and every one of us, each and every one human being in the world. And mostly business people, they are the one to decide and to make a move on what can be done in the activities and what would be the impact of the project on the level of saving and investment in the society. See, earlier in the few months back, we all should have been heard about the issue with Yes Bank. So since Yes Bank has lost its position, almost it was entirely shut down for a few. I mean, it's 1 5 to 10 days it was shut down. But later on, I mean, people, one of few set of group of people have suggested to merge SBI with S Bank with SBI, so that SBI can take control of that S Bank. But later on, if you see it now, S Bank is the same position in the market. See, that is where, like, even when the bank starts offering the loans, so more than whatever that the amount they are getting towards, so they can go like FD or recurring deposit or savings. And if they start providing a loan for to or like of more amount than whatever that they hold with the bank, then the problem starts. But this will not be a major concern for government banks. And similarly, in this government sector, banks, whenever some subsidies will be or being issued by the government, they should be able, there should be negotiation properly in those things, and to make their business to be taken to the next level. And what will be the contribution of the project towards the fulfillment of certain things like sufficiency, employment, social order. Let me take a small example of this. Like if a small BPO company or a small IT industry, IT sector. So that we are designing, treat that we got a project. And the project requirement is designing a barcode solution for what I can call like big buzzer. Okay, let us take this project. So you have given an opportunity. I mean, you got an opportunity to design a solution. You need a smart code, smart code scanning and calculation system. You need to design this, and for this, I got a project with some quotation. Let it be. And to do this, first you need to think. I mean, what are the specific? Are there any specific requirements from the user? And just if we mean something like if the barcode scanning is done, he needs an item ID, and he needs the item ID that is to be updated also in the database. And if the item ID, if any particular item is not missing in the business, I mean is missing, and it also he should get a reminder alert of the particular item which will be out of stock shortly in the next 1 or 2 days. And if there are any specific features like this, then that has to be get incorporated, and the company should move forward to get a solution for this. And to do this, you need to also talk about this barcode scanner device. So, are we going to develop the design device, or are we going to get the device from the other company in the market? And we just write a code, and we just try to implement it, and we just try to run the project successfully. And after doing the test successfully, we will be making the product to be get delivered for the user. And in the meanwhile, if you heard about a term called documentation, then I would hope you will be knowing the purpose of documentation. See, documentation is something like recording the most important aspects of each and every work that whenever you do. And if you undergo certain major changes in your work, then that has to be get documented. And moreover to this, and if you come out with a new product which is not there in the market, that product shall be offered to the people with a catalog. You can call like a catalog, or you can call like a user manual, or you can call like help book. It is also a certain part of documentation. And or if you compare all these things will help people just in using the product. And if the product gets dealt with any kind of error, any kind of problem, any issues, then people should get back to the company to get it resolved. People will not be given an opportunity to make it self resolve. If you observe it, if you take a almost even it can be a software, hardware, it can be even like manufacturing companies. So almost all the companies they struggle in maintaining having a proper relation management. If you if you take Sony, earlier we used to have Sony laptops, but in the last 2 years, Sony laptop manufacturing was banned. I mean, now we are not getting. any Sony laptop. They've closed it, right? So if you have a good profit and good customer relation management, then it is better. And if since the company was get closed, it is very hard, difficult to get any parts of the Sony laptop if it is get repaired. So if you don't have a proper customer relation management, you may not be having a good position in the market. I mean to say, like, you may not be able to sustain in the market. And if you need to sustain, if you need to better, then you should prove yourself better in some other manner. Okay. So these are the various sectors or the various parts where you all want to talk about all the things. And now let me have a revision on this module 3, or preferably we can revise module 1, module 2, module 3 also. That's fine. So module 1, we have started with initially what is called management. And what is the meaning of management? What exactly management is? Management is an art of getting the works done by others for you. So making others to work for us. That is the main purpose. That is the major definition of management. And then definition of management, evolution of management, right? So management, evolution of management, and the other thing next we're talking about business areas and importance of management. If I want to study and learn something about management, then why I need not to management. And then for business activities, in management, namely planning, organizing, staffing, and controlling. Almost this four are the first three modules. These four topics are the categories divided into first three modules. So planning, organizing, staffing, and controlling. Or you can also take it as planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. This is what the first half part of module 1. And next, the module 1, we are talking about a few more things like plan. So types of plan, and why do we go for a plan? What is that we have expected from the plan? So what is the need of a plan, and how do we get success out of it? And are there any planning tools that are available in the market? So if I do certain plan, how I can make my plan to be at the next level? And these are the things about module 1. I mean, at the last of module, we have talked about othermost thing called staffing, right? So staffing, I mean recruitment process, how the recruitment process happens. So when the how the job should be notified, and then what ratio people should be called for interview. And once it is called for interview, how you're going to select them, how you're going to scrutinize the applications. And we talked about HR policies, right? And the next module is about directing and controlling. See, to a leader can't be a good. I mean, a director is someone who can express his ideas, who can express their ideas, and who can make successful, and where he can make the works get it done by others. See, for a movie, a good director is one who can make things to get appear in the screen as he have imagined in his dream. Whatever that he wants to get appear in the screen, and as per his thoughts and opinions, if he can made it that to be get appear in the screen, then that is a proper director. We should make focus the audience. We should attract the audience to get it. They should be get involved completely like that. And similarly, leadership. So a proper leader is one who can make the entire, I mean, who can manage the entire set of team, even the team is getting lagging in certain attributes or certain things like if there is no proper cooperation between each and every one team, then how they can manage the entire things, how they can make the things to be get done. So these are a few things related to this directing leadership. And what is leadership style? What are the leadership styles? What are the different leadership styles? And what are the different things like if I am planning to start a business, I can start a copy of the business replica of something which is already there in the market, or I can start the same idea and I can apply it on different applications, or I can go with any other kind of small scale applications. So like this, many kind of things. And next about controlling. What is mean by control, and what is the role of controlling in business market, and what are the things that has to be get controlled, and financially and human resource, getting raw materials supply, and how far you are going to manage the things in your company. And this is about module 2. In module 3, we started with entrepreneur, and then I told you what is the need of studying entrepreneur right now. So what is it you are going to learn from this entrepreneurship, or what is called entrepreneur? Okay. So what kind of thing are you will be learning from this entrepreneur, and what I can say, like what are you going to learn from this entrepreneur, and what is the reason, or what I can call like what is the idea or motivation behind the entrepreneur, which motivates you to be a good entrepreneur, and what are the different internship opportunities, business opportunities, and then what is called SWOT analysis, and then roles and importance of entrepreneur in economic development, and then barriers, and what are the primary factors which makes an entrepreneur not to get succeed, and to be successful, what are the business opportunities or futures that an entrepreneur should follow. Okay. And next to that, the second of bit of module 3, we talked about this feasibility study, right? So feasibility study, social feasibility study, and all these things, things. So what is technical feasibility study, and social feasibility study, and social benefit, social cost benefit analysis, SWOT analysis, all these kind of things. And for module 2, we'll tell you the syllabus for module 2. According to that, you can prepare. Okay. And next, we will be talking on module 4 in the next class. I mean, from tomorrow, we will be starting with module 4. Let me give one brief overview of it. So, what we will be talking in module 4. So, we will be talking on one thing called ERP. That is the what I can call like that is the main objective, or I mean that is the main topic with the module 4. Module 4 is concerned with ERP planning and preparation of ERP, and the other part we will be talking on the project. If I if I am at the initial stage or initial step getting in towards the project, right? So how I should start my project, how I should move my project further to the next level. Okay, I mean, Carol Technique, what is the first step towards the project, and how can I find the project scope, project objectives? I mean, the project scope of the scope of my project, the business market, and what are the different things or different trends in the business market. And if you talk about our project, next to project management, project plan, and when you talk about all these things, the other magic thing comes that is called risk management. Again, managing it. Risk is something, I mean, something which has been happening without notice, or something which has been happening which you are not expected. And if you are unexpectedly, if you are getting in 20 to 30% of bugs from the work that whatever that you have done, almost again managing that is again a risk, where you need to invest a few more period of time. You need to invest the time, and you need to invest again the resource, like human resource as well as company resource and everything. So how you are going to identify the certain risk involved in our work, how you're going to mitigate and monitor it. All these are related with this risk management. Okay. When whenever we talk about a business, always we should talk about the risk. Each and every all the business that we do has certain risk in it. Either it can be the positive or it can be the negative. But that is always prone to this. Okay. So ERP and this project notes project. This will be our major goal, or in this will be our major focus on this particular module. So module for like planning and preparation of ERP, how to plan and prepare for a ERP like enterprise resource planning. Okay, and it will be better for you all. Like I was in the last class, I was telling you one small thing like software requirement specification and SRS document, and just try to go to Google and browse and try to have for some case study on it and get the case study out of it. And in the meanwhile, you can also have a certain case study on the business markets. And business market case study means like not studying about the people like Ambani or Mukesh Ambani, not studying about the business people. And even if you study about them also, it will help you in some aspect. It will, I mean, you can take them as a role module and you can make your business work. You can make the, I mean, you can make achieve certain things in an innovative manner. What is that I was asking like as a case study is like a study about some certain business case studies in real time applications, like certain case studies you can look into companies like Infosys, Wipro, CTS, and IBM. There are certain case studies to show their business position, and this comes as well as like magazines. Just refer to those things, which will help you to get more information about an entrepreneur and also like this business opportunities, the SWOT analysis, and these kind of things. And moreover to this, again, I'm telling you that even though management is an art of getting the works done by others, and whatever the work that we do should be always at the end, it should be always measurable. Your work should be measurable with a certain metric. It can be this or it can be that. And if I talk about a software project, the work that you do is measurable. I mean, like it shall be measured. I mean, if you take a like code, if you're writing a program or if you're instructing a computer with a program code, then that shall be measured with the parameter called LOC. It is called lines of code. Or also you can rewrite it as KLOC, like kilo lines of code. And we have one more thing called functionality point. In short, it is called FP. So FP and LOC are the two parameters. So are the two things which will help you to measure, which will help you to assess things in the business market. Okay. So this is about a small overview of module 4. So we shall start talking about this module by tomorrow. And if there are any queries or if there are any, you can call like open discussions to these topics. Let us have a discussion. And it is a suggestion, again, it is a suggestion or guideline from my side to look into certain case studies on entrepreneurs, where you can talk about real time achievement of any business expert in the enterprise, the education, the business domain. And also, are there any different things like are there any specific scope? Are there any specific what I can call like management scope in achieving the things and in getting the things get done with the business position in the market? Okay, are there any specific unique paths? Are there any specific unique ideas? Are there any innovated what I can call like an innovated ideas or innovated techniques which can help me to shine well in the business market? Okay, so all these things you can have a deep study with a case study. So which will help you to get more impact, which will help you to think a lot on certain work before you do. and whatever the business idea goal that you have in your mind, you will be start thinking more on it, more and more. You will be, when you start thinking and talking and more on it, you will be getting a more you will be getting what I can call like a more depth knowledge on it. So thereby getting the chances of failures are very less. Okay, so you will be I mean you will be ahead of getting success into the business market. Okay, and I hope that's all for this revision of these things. And let's talk about this model for